Hello, everybody. It is me, the one and only Lady D. I am your hostess with the mostest and your dungeon master for the evening. Uh, with me, as always, this merry retinue of miscreants that I call my friends, and yeah, we're gonna get things started with some introductions here. Uh, bear with me just a quick moment. There we go. All right, so. All right, now let's start things off with Miyoko.
Hi, I actually didn't have to unmute anything, so I'm on time this time. Hi, I am Miyoko, also known as Kanuta, and I play the Eye of the Forest, Tabaxi Warlock.
Pronouns.
She, her.
Thank you. And I forgot to do my pronouns. Also she, her. So let's move on to Cheryl.
Oh, help if I unmute myself. Hi, I'm Cheryl. I play pronouns they them. I play Wayra Evnas, the half orc.
You cut out at the end there. The half
Uh,
orc.
Bard.
There we go. All right, Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan, pronouns he, him, and I play Jacques, the Komodo Dragon Lizard Folk Ranger.
Okay, Salix.
Hi, I'm Salix. I I play he him. I play Fringle, the gnome cleric.
And Zul.
Everyone's forgetting their pronouns today. Hi, I'm Zool, he, him pronouns, and I play Avne de Beauvau, the Cockatiel Kenku Paladin.
Yeah, we're all forgetting our pronouns, but hey, fuck it, let's go. All right,
Eh.
last but not least, Mega.
Hello, my name is Mega, he, him, his, and I play the character Noba Ambre, the cozy fire genasi wizard.
Ah, cozy. I like that. Okay, so
Cozy.
when last we left our heroes, Avne the Kenku Paladin, Wayra the Half Orc Bard, Fringle the Gnome Cleric, Eye of the Forest the Tabaxi Warlock, Shak the Lizard Folk Ranger, and Nova the Fire Genasi Wizard were cooped up inside the safe house hidden behind Twice Sold Tales, the used bookstore run by Mac McCombre, a crossbow wielding, bowler derby wearing, cigar chomping tabaxi. The party is being held there for now due to what transpired in the village of Bend not a few days ago. A high ranking lieutenant in the service of the cult of Abzazel, Castigon the Red, had burnt down the village of Hillsfoot and attempted to do the same to Bend, hoping to sow chaos and fear while drawing the party out in order to kill them one by one. Were it not for the brave sacrifice of their companion, Usnar the Knoll Barbarian, he may well have succeeded. Usnar plowed the vulture Kenku through the side of a bridge and into the swift and powerful river below, likely killing the both of them. So, fearing further loss of his assets, and fearing the party has had too much notoriety to be safe, Balthor Bolton Blount, the leader of the Montrose Association, ordered the party to be kept under protective custody until things died down. At least all but Holly Mossfoot, the halfling rogue, anyway. Taking the loss of Usnar especially to heart, she was given leave by Mac to grieve and to deliver the news to Usnar's family up in Sharpsword, escorted under guard by Hamish, the monk friar who had previously assisted the party, and will not be present for future episodes until further notice. So the party has to adjust to the absence of yet another member, in addition to mitigating the cabin fever that has set in these last 4 days. So, let's figure out what our characters, rather, have been doing these last 4 days. So I'm going to start by rolling a die and figuring out who's. Thank you for the bit, Lisk. Um, who's going to start us off? Let's see here. So, that would be Wayra. Wayra, what have you been doing these last few days?
Alright. Wayra's took out her dulcimer, which she doesn't get to do very often because it's, not a great on the road instrument. And she's been sitting in the library composing a song about the battle at Bend.
Okay, very good. Oh, and speaking of the library, since I am remembering, I am going to move the visible setting to Twice Sold Tales and the safe house hidden within. So, let's see, I'll move that off to the side. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move Weira over to... Oh wait, that's right, I can't move her with that one. I have to move her with this one. Multiple windows are open at once, folks. Come on. Let's say right here. Oh, did you just move it or no? Okay. Sorry, Roll20 is being a little bit testy. There we go. Okay, sitting on one of those nice sofas, just with her dulcimer, just playing, composing the song. Okay, and let's see here. Next up, we have Fringle.
Okay. For the past 4 days, Fringle would probably try to get to know his companions better. Just because of how they've been stuck together.
Okay. Is there anyone in particular that you would like to talk to?
Shaq or Nova, because they were in the opposite party.
Okay. All right. Let's say Nova. Nova, what are you up to right now?
I guess maybe in this moment he would also just like be like, yeah, he would be spending a lot of time in the library area just because like there is a lot of ground to cover. Yeah, so he probably would have just been like reading through a book in the library if Fringle were to try to approach him.
Okay, I'm gonna move Nova over to one of these tables, just kind of thumbing through a book. Fringle, you can go ahead and join Nova. You happen upon him doing the thing.
Hello, Nova.
Oh, hi there. How are you?
I'm fine.
That's nice.
What are you reading?
Oh, I am reading on, and he shows I guess maybe just like a history of magic, like maybe a book that, just like from like, trying to like learn up more like maybe stuff that he was like maybe missing out on his previous book experiences. But I'm just reading a bit more on the different magics of this world.
That's interesting. Actually, what kind of magics do you know?
What do you mean?
Like, the different schools.
Oh. Well, I suppose I know of... And he thinks on it for a moment. Well, I know a little bit of abjuration magic. Also some evoker magic. I think I know a transmute... It's like this is... Of course, I don't have my my spells in front of me in this moment. But I am trying to learn as much as I can. But, so when you're out adventuring, it is difficult to keep up with your studies.
That's fair.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Honestly, I just kind of wanted to get to know you a little better, considering we were in different groups when we split up.
Well, yes, now that I think about it, we really haven't spent much time together. So, I remember that, and he's thinking back to like when they first met. Talking about magic, didn't you say before that that you don't know any healing spells? Isn't that a little strange for a cleric?
It depends on the kind of cleric. Like, it's for individual gods. Like, say there is a god of healing, that cleric would focus on healing. But say there is a god of, uh, jeez,
Knowledge.
knowledge, like I follow, uh, I would focus more on the the obtaining of knowledge or chronicling it rather than going out and healing people.
Oh, I
So,
see. I guess that would make sense. You said
right.
that you were an accountant, yeah?
I am, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. And he's actually is starting to like write down some things. I will need to research this more later. I don't know much about the clerical magics.
But if you ever have any questions, I could tell you.
It's like, oh, definitely. Just don't do any prayers.
I I don't plan to. But okay.
I don't want to be hurt.
No, no. Very few prayers like that would hurt you.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, that was a neat little interaction. Let's move on to Avne. Avne, what are we doing?
Shoot, alright. So, I guess over the 4 days, I guess not all at once, or at once, whatever, they would ask a lot of things. I guess first off, they would ask Mac about a lot of things.
Well, hey, let's do that then. Let's have you go out into the actual bookstore where Mac is. Let me just juggle the windows here, and I'm just gonna boop you right here behind the counter near where Mac is. Mac is this.
D's gonna boop you.
Oh, shit.
Shit. Anyway, so this is Mac. For those of you who haven't tuned in the last couple episodes, Mac is a very fluffy tabaxi, calico fur pattern, has pink hair, a bowler derby, carries around a crossbow because they're weird like that. But yes. So you approach Mac while they are at their counter in their store reading a book.
Alright, I guess I'll just... excuse me.
Oh, aye.
Hi. Do you mind if I ask you a couple things?
I mean, I might mind it, but go ahead.
Just alright. Just go like, okay. What do you know about the people that are looking for us?
Well, you know, they are members of the cult. You know the one, right?
Yes.
And the thing is, we don't really know if they're looking for you or not. But we didn't know if Old Red Feathers, or whatever his name was, we didn't know that he was looking for you. We thought you were all still pretty much under the radar. So we want to make sure that more big bads aren't coming after you just yet before you can handle them.
I see. Do you know this red-feathered figure?
That's when Matt kind of takes a bit of a somber tone and has a bit of a 1,000-yard stare about them. I've met Castigon.
Costagun.
That's his name.
Met him?
Yeah, met him. He was not a nice person. That's to say the least.
I just thinks. Did he have a maniacal voice?
Oh, a voice that'd give you terrors deep in the night.
That makes sense. I believe I did have a dream with him talking to me.
Really? That's unusual.
Indeed. And I believe Jacques can tell you the same.
Hmm.
Except only I heard him. He saw him.
That's when Mac crosses their arms and kind of like looks deep in contemplation for a moment. It's not something that we know about him. There
So
might
this is a new occurrence.
either it's a new occurrence or new power that he has, or someone else is doing the talking for him. Either way, very concerning. He very likely died, but geez, if that's something that he can do now, intrude on other people's dreams, we might be in for more trouble than just a sword fight on a bridge somewhere.
Indeed. Well, I won't pry you further on that. Now, could I ask you a couple more things, much on a lighter note?
Aye, go for it. I could use a little bit of levity right now.
What can you tell me about Akiris?
Akiris, isn't that where you're from?
Indeed, I was born there, yes,
Aye.
but
no-
I moved at a young age.
Aye. Well, I've never been myself. Very nice place from what I've heard. Very, just lots of sunshine, lots of fruit, and just greenery all around. Someday I'd like to go there. I'm sure I got a few books in the library on Akiris, and I'm probably sure I got a couple here in the shop too.
Sounds great. I'll have to look on those.
Hey, and that's when they direct you to a couple of the shelves in the back of the bookstore. They load a couple books into your arms. Then they go into the back room here, wanting you to follow, and start digging through the pile.
Oh, fun. Okay.
I know I had something here somewhere. Don't you know you're intersecting the wall there, lad?
Just trying to hang out on the wall and look cool, but they're not doing so good, so just like, okay.
Let's see here. A to Z Guide to Akiris, maybe a bit too young, but hey, let's add it to the pile anyway. The Complete Travels Guide to the Southern Continent. Okay, that one probably applies. And they're just listing off book after book after book after book, loading you up, and eventually it goes even into the back, into the library in the back, where they have you loaded up, and that's where we'll pause your scene for now.
Alrighty.
So let's see here. So, Forrest, what are you up to?
Forrest definitely for the first day or two, she would rarely leave her room and not sleep. She would be doing everything she could to avoid sleeping. Every so often she'd come out, go into the library, maybe snag a book from somewhere. She might search around for a specific title, but then she would retreat back to her room, or she'd go and get something to eat. On the third day, she would actually like to interact with Avne.
Okay. All right, so let's do that then. So, Avne is just finishing up getting a bunch of books piled into their arms by Mac out here in the library.
Forrest probably would be like looking outside her door and would wait for Avne to return to their room.
Okay. So, Avne, you've just been loaded up with a bunch of books, and you are on your way to your room.
Yep, I guess I am, yes.
Because I just kind of forcibly moved you there. Apologies.
yeah,
So-
yeah, that's fine.
Sorry for kind of hijacking that a bit, Zul.
Nah, it's all good.
But, yeah, she, like, Avni might see her like peeking out of the door, but she kind of like quickly closes it, lets you pass by and go to your room, and maybe a few moments later, would actually would quietly open her door, slink over to yours and knock on it.
Okay, just 1 second. Where's my room again?
Shit.
think
Which
it was
room did
that
I give
one.
you?
Yeah, I think it
Yes,
that one.
it was that one. It was that
All right,
one.
cool. So I'll just be here and put the books on the desk.
Just be quiet, slink over, and then just
It's open.
Forrest will open the door, but she doesn't enter just yet, and she just says, "Is it all right if I disturb you for a moment, Daphne?"
Oh, not at all.
As she steps inside, and I realize the choice of words there.
It's funny.
And she just closes the door behind her, and she looks rough. There are deep bags under her eyes, and she's very disheveled, fur sticking out at odd angles. Definitely looks like she has been through some shit these past couple of days.
Oh, fun. Okay. So, what can I do you for? Oh my goodness, what happened to you?
I
You look like you've seen a ghost, my friend.
maybe not a ghost, but I have not slept for several days, and I just needed to be somewhere other than by myself. I if I may be so bold, you seem to be more of a reinforcing presence for me. I think just I find more comfort with a paladin than with some of the others.
It is much appreciated, thank you.
And she kind of just sits in the corner, kind of shrinks in on herself, and says, I'm trying to remember. Avni was not in the group that Forrest was in, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Forrest. Excuse me, just a second. Okay.
Don't be shy, my friend. And they just sit down on the bed and tap the space next to them.
Forrest like slowly gets up and goes over. Excuse me. And says, I have to admit I do enjoy Flinker's company, but it probably would have been better maybe for my own sanity to go in your group. Just it's as I said, it has been a while since I have slept. I did a few days ago and immediately regretted it.
Did you have a nightmare of sorts?
I suppose that is one way of putting it. Avni, I don't know if I ever told. No, I did not tell the others about what had happened to me before I met the group. I don't know much about myself. I remember the days going up to the incident, but I don't know my name. I don't know the the look, the smell, the feel of my land. I don't know who my family is. When I came to, I suppose would be the right word. I had a name in my head, but I knew it was mine, but not the one that I had before everything that happened. And I I don't fully know what happened during the incident. I know that I had came into a little bit of money, and I wanted to go on an adventure and maybe uncover a bit of history. And I had learned about this one old ruin. I paid for some laborers, and someone of knowledge to join me, and we went and excavated the ruin. Thankfully, there were no monsters, but we did find something that I did not expect to find. And she pulls out the crystal that that she has had with her this whole time. This small blue, very sharp looking crystal, multiple points poking out of it.
Jeez.
Hi, Cheryl.
Sorry. Thought I was muted.
No,
No, you were not.
And we found this, and in my excitement, I took hold of it. There is a blank spot in my memory from there where I woke up in some sort of, I suppose, secret chamber. And all around me were corpses. There were 4 of them, and they looked like they had savaged each other. Some of them were missing pieces. And I remember very intelligently freaking out and trying everything I could to find a way out of that room, while there was a voice speaking to me, saying that the pact had been made and my memories were sacrificed to it. And when I close my eyes, I can see it. When I sleep, I dream of it. That thing that we are opposing, that thing whose followers that I have promised myself to fight and to hunt, I see it in my dreams every time I try to sleep.
D, would I know anything like this?
Anything like what in particular?
Like what, like symptoms of this, and would I know anybody who's experienced stuff like this?
Roll knowledge, medicine.
Medicine, okay. I gotta get my character sheet up. I forgot to get it out. There we go. 6. Great.
I mean, you know, like, people lose their memories sometimes, right?
Great. All right.
I see that. Just the way he's inching along the corridor. The way they're inching along the corridor.
They're walking at a normal speed.
I know.
This is their home.
So I guess it's just. Oh, well, what do you think it could be, and specifically?
I think it is the pact that I made. The ones that I don't remember anything about.
Pact.
I think the pact that the thing mentioned. I think what I am seeing is whatever is the creature that our enemies have been trying to free.
Do you think it's the same creature or a different one?
I think it is the same one. Bolton mentioned, or he showed us the symbol on his hand. That fucking I see this, see that movement. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it's so distracting. I'm
sorry. It reminds me of a cartoon. just something like just steadily moving on while people are talking, just in the background.
Well, that's why I'm doing it. It's
yeah.
It's their NPC pathing, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. It comes off the side of the screen, and I have part of it covered up by the character sheet, so it just surprises me when I see it. But
peekaboo, I see you. I'm just gonna yeet them over here into the kitchen.
Where was I?
Patron pact thing.
Yes. And he says Bolton had shown us the symbol on his hand, and I thought that made him a collaborator. But then he pointed out, well, Force just kind of extends her arm, moves the robe down it, and pushes aside some of her fur and reveals the symbol on her arm.
Avnang?
Mm-hmm.
Roll a wisdom save.
I was just gonna ask that. 11. I'm rolling hot
Avney
tonight.
cuts off Forrest's arm.
You are taken aback by seeing that mark, but you maintain composure for the most part. That's something that you've seen. Excuse me. You've seen in your formative years.
Mm-hmm. You just, upon seeing it, they'll just and immediately cover their beak.
Forrest looks up. I'd like to do an insight check. See just like see if she can tell the basic emotions just going across Avney's like eyes and face.
Okay, before you do that, Avney, are you going to try to... Do you plan on being, like, open about this if you're asked about it, or are you going to be a little bit cagey and try to deflect the subject?
Well, I am bound to the truth of myself, so no. I won't hide it.
Okay. Then competing insight checks, please. Please use the on-screen
Oh,
dice.
yeah. Right,
Ele-
sorry. That.
11 again.
6.
We're rolling hot tonight.
Well, Forrest, you can definitely tell that Avne is shaken by something.
Probably the thing that I just revealed.
Probably
but
the thing you just
beyond-
revealed.
Oh,
Beyond that,
God, yeah.
nothing else. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then Forrest just nods and hides the symbol. Says that was something like my reaction upon finding it. I was not aware of it until Bolton had pointed it out.
Knew he mentioned a symbol like that. And they're absolutely shaking.
Are you all right, Havney?
Honest with you? No.
I apologize if I brought you discomfort.
No.
I did not mean to.
It's alright. I know.
Do you wish to speak of it?
The thing is, I don't remember it. All I remember is that symbol, and I just get angry. I don't remember why.
It seems we are something of the same in that way, then. Things that we cannot remember.
I suppose so.
I do not wish for this symbol on me. I do not wish for this pact or any of these powers that I have. But I do know as long as I have them, that I will do what I can to oppose its worshippers. But there is something else that has been on my mind. Is this creature? Blunt had referred to it as the god of destruction. And everywhere we go, these cultists wish for nothing more than to bring destruction. But as we bring destruction to them, are we falling into its trap? Are we doing what it wants? And as I use my powers more to end life, whether it be innocent or its followers, am I myself just simply using its powers exactly as it had hoped it would?
I don't believe so, personally. I don't believe we bring destruction. I believe we bring salvation and redemption. Oh, Dark Warden, forgive me.
I do not know, Avni. Because I know when I made my oath, my oath was to destroy those who follow this creature. But if this is a god of destruction, then is that not what the followers want? Is that not what it wants? Even if it may be its followers that are being destroyed, if even one person with its powers continues to destroy, is it still gaining something?
Truth be told, I do not know. I believe we are doing good for good reason. But you speak truth. But I believe that to destroy destruction makes us good people.
I hope so, Avni. I really do.
As do I.
Whoa. The hell was that?
Sorry, that was a car going by.
Hi, Rorigan. How's it going?
Well, that seemed like a good moment to end that little vignette.
I hope so, Forrest.
Ominous.
Brum brum.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
So let's see what Shaq is up to. Shaq, what are you up to?
Yes.
Shaq would be spending meal times in the kitchen cooking for himself, not for anyone else.
Dick.
Of course.
He might offer a bite to Mac if Mac wants any, but would otherwise just keep the stuff to himself. Between meal times, checking on his weapons, just trying to keep himself entertained because he knows he's stuck here. And if possible, he would want to talk to Mac for a moment. He has a question.
All right, well, let me unyeet Mac from when I threw him over to them over in the bookstore,
All right.
and re-yeet them back into the kitchen. Well, cooking again, are you?
I thought that would make a little bit of jambalaya and a bit of a small snack.
Oh, aye. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, and he nods and he's like just taking a bunch of ingredients. So he's grabbing like any if there's any like pork and fowl, he's just putting it in the rice dish with like celery and green peppers and plenty of tomatoes in there. He's just in the middle of cooking all of it.
Ah,
He's almost done with it.
Jesus, Dan, I told you about food.
Yeah, well, I mean, he cooks.
He cleans.
He cleans house, definitely.
But mostly he's supreme? I don't know.
Yeah.
He cleans your fridge.
Anyway.
And as he's cooking, he takes out that kind of locket-looking token he's had, and he holds it up to Mac with one hand, with the side that shows that single bloodshot, unblinking eye on it, and goes, back home, when my calamities ends, I woke up to this at my feet. Now, I can only find out so much about it, and back in Bay Terra, I didn't really ask Blount about it. But maybe you can tell me what this is, and what it means.
Fuck me running for doing something way back in January again. Hang on.
La 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 la.
I'm blinking up. Strengths is, Oh, that's an Umtari clergy medallion from way back in the old days.
Tore.
Yeah, you know, the god of war.
I know a bit, but Blount said before that we were all agents of one of the gods. But this was left by I assume one of the people part of the organization. Was this because it was just a hint to tell me where to go, or does it mean something else?
They ponder on this for a moment, looking at the pendant. It may very well have been a signal of where to go next, or something to look for. Honestly, this is a kind of symbol that's this medallion is kind of medallion that isn't really used a whole lot of days, even by the Amtare clergy. It's kind of associated with the the old days, the Crimson Centuries, back when everybody was at war and everything.
Yeah, my mama did tell me a bit about the stuff. At
Aye.
least of the one in the hall.
Aye, the Wernerhall, the Dwarven Kingdom. Time was they used to rule over almost as much land as the Averso family themselves.
And this is when he turns around and shows the other side, which is like faded and worn, and it shows I think it was the it shows a bit of land where it resembles like a map of the old holdings in bold. I was like, this much land?
Aye, that will be it right there.
Perhaps you could tell me what the hell this means. And he points to the lettering, moving away from the food for a hot second. It's
Strength for the future draws deep from our history.
I know that was the motto, but I meant more of the. Well, I would like to know what the actual meaning about that, but I also meant this. Blood of fallen feeds roots of, and I can't make out the rest.
Blood of fallen. I'm gonna have to look that one up and get back to you.
Alright then. Well, I'll be in the kitchen anyway, so you'll know where to find me.
Aye. I'm gonna do some research on this for you. It's the first one is very clearly the old Dewerna Hall motto, and even the motto for the Amtare clergy for a while. But the other part, that's concerning. I'll get back to you.
Alright. Oh, one more thing.
Aye?
Well, two more things. First, would you like a bite? And he offers a little bit of the finished jambalaya.
Zoom. Aye, I would.
He's gonna fix him like a small plate.
Much appreciated.
Alright. And perhaps you may not know, but he opens up the locket and shows the poems he can't figure out inside. Is this just random Dwarvish poems, or am I not understanding it correctly?
Dark shines brightly in the light. Huh. So just describing for the audience, the inside of this locket says a bunch of weird contradictory statements, such as "dark shines brightly in the light," and things of that nature. These do rhyme in Dwarvish, but when spoken in common, they don't rhyme at all. They just seem oddly contradictory. I'm gonna have to look this one up as well. May I borrow this?
You may, and he hands it over.
Aye. All right. Well, I got myself a project to do over the weekend.
As long as I get it back before we leave.
Aye, of course, of course. It's mostly useless sterling silver anyway.
I suppose so.
And they're walking away.
And as he fixes him up with a plate, he just thinks, well, unless I meet the Amtare clergy, then perhaps I'll have something to get away in. At least to find some answers. Oh shit, it's cooking! And he forgets to take off the rest. It's kind of still on the stove and
Oh no!
gets it on the plate. And then he, like an asshole, brings it over here for other people to smell, and he just eats it.
Jesus, Jack, you are an asshole. No, and it's not even a moment after your butt just kind of pancakes out on this seat. Let me zoom out a bit. That. Dun, 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 building up the suspense.
The floor explodes.
Uh,
We've been had. No.
No, but the door bursts wide open. Oh, whoops. Shit, that's not a token. Fuck, hold on. Please hold. Why are you not doing this correctly? Oh, it's because I didn't upload the token. Okay, so this little picture is gonna suffice as the token for now. Cause Adelaide forgot to upload something. Imagine that shit. So the door bursts open. And I gotta prepare myself to voice this character. We're home!
Oh god.
Oh no.
And in walks this reptilian-looking girl dressed in martial arts attire, and a very tall, either an orc or a half orc, like walking behind them, kind of wearing like almost circus performer kind of attire. Shit, hold on, Morty.
Oh, Rick, I don't like the look of these people.
Lyra immediately perks up and goes, "Oh,
Yeah, I mean, oh, new people." And I'm pulling up the pictures for the home audience to see right now. Ba-ba-da-ba, show to everyone. And show to players.
oh no!" Just draw my nose.
So these two, a 6'7" tall orc lady or half orc lady, you're not certain which, and some manner of reptilian child, considerably shorter, standing at about 5'2". Oh yeah, new people! Wow. They both reek to high heaven. You can kind of smell them both from here. There's like visible stink lines coming off of them.
Oh,
Fun.
And they're both carrying heavy burlap sacks behind them. Oh, jeez.
Please tell me that is laundry.
What's laundry? I'll tell you
Oh
later.
no.
It's like if your clothes get dirty and you want to do them so they're not dirty anymore. Oh.
No, but it's called dumping in a river.
Just the shell shock of these characters.
yep.
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Kajoa, and this is Grumcha.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, okay.
Wayward gets up and goes and finds Mac.
Jack is.
We have company?
I told you once, I told you twice, don't just bust right in here. You never know what kind of business we got going on back here, okay? You just come in here quietly, like a normal person, say hello if there's somebody new, and call it good to them there, eh?
Yeah, there's someone new. There's two someone new.
They were talking to these two.
Oh.
I know. I smelled them as soon as I came through the door. What the hell you gotten into, Kajoa? You're just out in the woods sometimes, and you're just, fighting guys, and, everything, you get all worked up, and, you just gotta build up an aroma. The aroma is one thing, but that's an absolute musk. Ugh. Ugh. Get your ass to the shower right now. Okay. And Kajoa just yeets herself on over across all the buildings into the bathroom.
If I may,
Yeah.
on the way out, I feel like that might be the time that Forrest would be coming out of Avney's room, because Zool, I think that was pretty much it for both of us. Was there anything else that you think they would have been talking about?
I don't think so.
Okay. Forrest is gonna step out.
Woof. This cloud of body odor just hits you like a truck.
Just
Oh, hi, another cat.
Forrest just turns and sees Kajoa and just stops.
Kajoa's just standing there smiling like an idiot.
Just stares.
Forrest, could you shut the door, please?
She does so. Just stares for a second, is super quiet,
Head tilt.
and then just walks up, hugs Kajoa, and keeps going.
Yay! I gotta. This is bugging me. I gotta just take a quick moment and see if I can grab Kajoa's token off my computer here. If I made one, did I make one? I'm 90% sure I did.
I know you did for the other thing. No,
I did not, because the other thing we didn't do Roll24.
Yeah, right.
Well, fuck me running. It looks like I didn't, so I guess Kajoa's character picture is gonna have to suffice. So.
Okay, hold on. Quick question for flavor.
Yes.
If whenever I use my divine sense and I detect something, fiendish, is it the same as body odor or no?
No, it is not.
Great.
You're fiendishly bad BO.
This is the stink of justice, but it's potent nonetheless.
For the benefit of both himself and I suppose Fringle, he every 6 seconds, Nova's just kind of prestidigitationing a gust of air in front of him. It just keeps coming.
Oh god! Oh god!
If Evan's just gonna run out of the room. Hi, heavens to Morelli, what was that?
That was Kajoa. Hey, that was Kajoa.
Hello?
Hi.
New voice? Greetings.
This very tall orc lady with long black hair is waving at you. Oh, let me
back.
move. She's out here because those are bookshelves. You wouldn't be able to see her behind the bookshelves.
Oh, gotcha. I would have moved closer then. There you go. Yeah, just wave.
All right, everybody, meet Grumcha Greyfist, and you all met Kajoa. Don't ask me to pronounce Kajoa's given name because it's crazy, and I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. So I would like everybody to roll knowledge history with disadvantage, with the exception of Jacques, who can roll standard.
Ooh, knowledge history.
Not one.
Oh,
12.
that is 13 for me.
Rolling hot tonight.
Okay.
These dice are too hot for TV.
All right, so Avney, that was a stink demon. You're certain of it.
I got a 17.
Uh, oh shit! Even with disadvantage, well done. Okay, so Salix and Shaq, that was a Dragonborn that ran off to the bathroom. And what you know a Dragonborn to be is incredibly rare here in this world. Um, Basically, at some point, there are a race of people who evolved from dragon spawn, but kind of like walk amongst normal people. They just kind of have reptilian features. To most other people, they would assume this is just another kind of lizard folk because of their rarity, but that this is distinct and different from lizard folk.
I would meet one of them. Especially not in a bookstore.
One of what?
That was a dragonborn.
They're like lizard
Nova's
folk.
eyes just light up.
Dragonborn.
They're like lizard folk, except completely different.
Thank you, Jacques.
Yeah, that's accurate. Accurate. Can confirm.
Out of character, they kill dragons and then eat their soul. No, wait.
No. Different universe entirely.
Think Nova with genies, except with dragons.
What's a genie?
Nice.
Dinge, whatever it is.
It's Jinn, but I mean, not a whole lot of people even know what a Jinn is.
Well, Nova told us, right?
I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like we like briefly discussed that, like,
Well,
in his coming out party.
We did, but
We
not
dis-
the NPCs.
Oh, the NPCs know.
we discussed that you are the product of extraplanar entities. I don't believe we specifically described Jinn, did we?
Didn't you
I
say
think
anything else?
Nova mentioned at least the name.
No, I remember making the joke. You see, when a person and a djinn love each other
Okay.
very much.
Yeah,
All
I
right, so
think
I
that
didn't
that
really
would have been the
explain what a
time.
djinn is, but
Okay, yeah. So
I at least mentioned the word djinn.
yeah, true enough. Fair enough. There we go. Okay.
I have a never-ending lexicon of my previous jokes.
Okay.
So
But
everybody.
I hope she cleans up a lot soon because I have a lot of questions for her. And he like starts looking for see if there's like an extra like blank page in his notebook.
Let us not overwhelm the poor girl.
I think she's going to overwhelm us, if the smell is anything.
She might beat us to it, yes.
And it's just at that moment where you hear a voice coming from the hall from behind. What are you talking about? Everybody turns around. Naked Dragonborn girl.
Really?
Kajoy,
Pringle's looking away.
Kajoy, you go to your room right now. You put on some fresh clothes, all right? You're not gonna run around naked anymore. Aww.
Any more?
She does that.
Nova is already writing furiously about her anatomy.
Whoa. Anyway,
Oh,
Shielding
about
the
her anatomy.
Shielding the eyes.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
make
Pringle's turned away.
I'm gonna make sure she's decent before she comes back out again, and I'm gonna go take a
Wait.
shower because I stink.
Thank
Wayra is completely unfazed. She grew up on the road with traveling show folk.
you. Wink.
Jack was not phased either. He was like, even take a bite. Like, nah, I've seen better.
Whoa,
Oh,
Damn!
shots
Wow!
fired.
Jack, you are
Fired.
a dick, my friend.
He's got a fever. He's been trapped in a bookstore for 4 days.
I guess.
You asshole.
I guess. All right, so they're both gone. They're both off into the residential wing. So yeah, meet a couple of couple of other agents.
They're quite colorful folk.
You don't know the
Well,
half
you
of
could
it.
say the same thing about us.
Fair enough.
You got yellow, you got orangey red, you got dark green, you got lighter green, you got medium brown, you got brown with stripes. You're very colorful. And look at me, I'm very colorful.
Indeed.
To be honest, they're probably the least colorful of the bunch.
Just looks at themselves.
I
They're not going to be joining us, are they?
well, they've been gone for the last 6 or 7 weeks. I can't imagine that they want to go right back out into the field. And that's when, excuse me, that's when Mac takes a seat at their armchair and pulls a cigar from their end table and lights it up.
Immediately goes to Nova's side.
He's trying his damnedest not to look in their direction. Excuse me.
Just pat the shoulder. Comfort.
Okay, how about now?
Very hesitantly looks.
Yeah, she's wearing a nice, cleanly pressed gi. Pretty much the same as what she walked in with, just, not like she's Pigpen from, like, the friggin' Peanuts.
Oh, thank her holiness.
Hi!
Greetings.
Oh,
Hello.
I've always wanted to try this, but I've never had a conversation like this before. And he says to her in Draconic, "You look nice."
Oh, thank you. She responds back in Draconic. Meanwhile, Lizard
Oh, you're
Folk's
very
sitting
welcome.
right over there.
Yeah, he doesn't even like make an emotion. He's just like, just Richard's watching and finishing his meal before anyone tries to take any.
So, hi, my name's Kajoa. And she extends her hand out enthusiastically to you, Nova.
He takes it equally enthusiastically. I have never seen someone like you before.
I haven't seen anyone like you before.
Yes, I'm very rare.
She's making quite the friend already.
Friendship?
Oh, sure.
Like, the eyes sparkling. Just instantaneous.
Just nervously. Yes?
A bird. And then goes up to Avne and extends her hand again enthusiastically.
And they'll give a very firm handshake.
I've never seen one like you before.
I get that a lot.
The only one I've ever seen before was a crow, and he was mean. You're not
Oh?
mean, are you?
I don't like to think that I am.
Okay, good.
Just looks at everybody else. He's like, I hope I'm not mean.
Ooh, another scaly person. Hi.
Quite the energetic fellow.
Name's Jacques. He
Hi.
does not offer his hand.
She's just standing there with her hand out. Smiling, oblivious.
No.
For goodness sakes, Jacques, please be polite.
I am being polite. I do not want to shake
Eyebrow
hands.
raise.
And look, I just ate, and I have yet to wash my hands. You don't want me to shake hands with dirty hands, do you?
Nah, I guess that makes sense. Kajoa says as she wipes her nose with her wrist.
Mm.
Don't die, Cheryl.
I know.
And then Kajoa comes up to Weira. You're tall and green like my friend.
Yeah, I am. Shakes her hand.
Still moist with a little bit of mucus.
Lovely.
Fun with that.
Looks at her hand, wipes it on her pants.
Oh wow. Got a big group here, don't you?
Bit of one. Yeah.
Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. One of them's in their room. She hugged me.
She,
Wait, what?
okay.
Ah,
Strange.
You know, the other cat person?
Yeah.
Yes, Forest.
Oh, okay. They didn't introduce themselves.
Oh, she is Forest.
okay.
I am the Forest.
Oh. Cool. Okay. And then she just kind of like wanders off.
Excitable one.
Oh, this is her when she's calm and tired, to be honest.
That's I'm tired.
Oh, wait until she's energized. She'll talk your ear off.
I accept this challenge.
Good, because I don't want it.
You don't have ears.
You. And we thought Shaq was the dick.
Well, you don't have a tail for balance.
I don't need one.
Oh.
You don't? Well, what's
Just
that
like
thing
you
on your
don't need-
forehead?
That's my hair.
I thought that was your brain.
Oh, screw you.
My hair does tricks.
Ooh, show me. She just kind of yeets herself all the way through a bookcase.
through the
cartwheels.
walls.
Just like and starts like curling it in like different directions. And then I can also do this. And then he lights his head on fire.
Kajoa backs off a bit.
Yeah, they do too.
Oh, don't worry, it's harmless.
Yes, it just took me by surprise.
He puts it back down.
Ah, well, making fast friends I
Ta-da.
see already, Kajoa, huh? Ah, well, I suppose now that I'm all cleaned off, I should go and make my rounds. And she kind of saunters up over to Weira. Kind of sizes Weira up.
And Waver kind of looks up.
Ooh,
Sorry. It's a bit cold. And Waver kind of looks up and says, "Oh, hi."
oh, hi. And that's when she presents not just her hand but her entire forearm for an orcish handshake.
Waver looks a little surprised as she doesn't spend a whole lot of time around her family, but returns it.
She kind of squeezes your forearm just a
Yeah.
little roughly, but then realizing that you're kind of a softer version of orc.
Yeah.
I'll relax a bit. Huh. And then she kind of like walks around to Jacques eating alone in the corner.
Jack will stand up to look up at her, not have to sit. And seeing the handshake that was given, he would kind of just offer the same.
Don't act like you're one of us. Come on.
Oh,
It's just
It
kind
was
of.
more of respect for strength. That was all it was.
Oh,
What
if
have
you
you
wanted
done
to
for
check
me?
for strength, then she takes your hand enthusiastically in a normal handshake, and she squeezes.
Oh dear.
Roll strength check.
Yay.
Show her what's for.
14.
23.
Show her what's 14.
Ah.
Ow!
You hear crunch. Oh, well, sorry. I thought you were a little more sturdy than that.
He gives a little chuckle, although wincing. You're almost as strong as her. And he gives a little grin.
Strong as her?
My little butterfly. Of course, she's bigger than you.
Oh. Well, she sounds nice.
She could rip you in half like a tree.
Oh, I would like to see her try.
I would too. And then he gets real somber. If only I could see her
Oh.
again. And then he gets quiet and he turns to his food and sits down, and in Draconic he is cursing at himself for like just bringing up his little butterfly.
Hmm.
Noticing the hints of sadness, she nods sagely and introduces herself to the other three people at this table over here. Hi.
Greetings.
Hello, it is nice to meet you now that you are cleaner.
Yeah, 6 weeks out in the field, and not exactly. I guess there were running streams, but we didn't really have a chance to take a dip or anything.
Mm.
Honk honk.
It's a. It's a. What exactly were you doing?
Oh, we were fighting the undead. Yeah, it was really fun.
You know what? That explains the stink.
Mm.
I totally understand now.
I punched a dead guy through the heart while he was standing and walking, and he still stood and walked. It was weird.
That'll do it.
Yeah, their anatomy is very different. Well, it is the same, but I guess magical anatomy? He tries to search for the words.
I think what you're thinking of is held aloft by unnatural means.
Ah, yes, that is a good description.
Or perhaps upright, not aloft. They're not flying, thankfully.
Thankfully, yes.
1,000-yard stare.
Mm.
I don't want to envision this.
Aye, well, that makes one of us, I guess.
Indeed. It's going for introduction still, yeah.
So that's when she takes your hand and shakes it, not forcefully like she did with Jack.
Who?
You, Avney.
Ah, cool. And they'll give a firm handshake.
It's been a while since I've seen a paladin in this line of work, which is so unusual.
I get that a lot too.
I mean, usually, like they do. I mean, they do the same work, but it's for their own clergy rather than working for mercenary. That's when Mac kind of just clears their throat and stops them in their tracks.
Squint.
They don't know about their mission. They don't know much about the organization. They're here until we can tell them more. Oh, why tell them when we can show them? Because I'm under orders by Blunt to keep them here until we get the all clear. What's an all clear?
It's when we're safe to pass out of here.
Oh. Kajoa's thinking about this very hard, perhaps a bit too hard.
Oh no, don't bust your brain.
Her nose starts bleeding.
The thought crossed my mind, but I was like, no, that's too much. She takes a seat in the couch. Pondering. Just pondering.
But yeah, we got a lot of attention, so we are trying to avoid attention for a while.
Oh yeah, what'd you do?
It's not something that we did, it's more what somebody else did. They set a town on fire.
And then we killed them.
Oh wait, that was you guys over in Bend?
Yes.
Oh wow, yeah, everybody's talking about you.
In a good way?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're like the heroes of Bend. Ooh.
Oh, thank Merle.
It is going to be so much harder to leave this place.
So, which of you guys iced the big red machine, huh?
Just
The what?
look somberly down.
Kind of looking around. The vulture, Castigon the Red, the dancing madman. He's got the two swords and
We don't know what happened to Uznar.
Who's Uznar?
The one who fought the vulture.
You see, you said before that our group was big. It used to be bigger.
Oh, I see.
I don't know what happened to him, but I believe some of us expect the worst.
If the dreams are of any picture of it, then yes, I expect this Castigon to have finished him.
Dreams? What dreams?
The dream I had the night before Bend went aflame, of a town on fire, 4 of the members dead, and Castigon holding one of the heads. And then he came for me. And that is when I woke up. That dream.
She looks worriedly over to Mac. And Mac nods. Okay. All right. That's new. That might not be the best information to have gotten, but
Well, it's suppose maybe it's better because of the 4 that were shown to me dead, 3 of them are here, alive. I'm not sure what happened to Uznar and Castigon. I wasn't there to watch it happen. Perhaps the dream will be wrong. And then he just looks around to the others to just kind of blankly.
I can only hope.
He seemed
Who's
to...
not as very tough.
Yes.
Not tougher than Dengis, but you know.
Mac giggles when you bring up Renge as being tough.
Renja still owes me a drink.
You won't be seeing that anytime soon, kid.
And in Draconic, he goes, fuck.
Oh, I've never heard that word. What does that mean?
Oh, that means And that's when Mac just kind of just lifts a hand and just stops her. Never mind.
Oh, I was trying to improve the Draconic.
Trust me, you're not going to be winning any favors if you say that word.
Okay.
With that, let's take a break for a little bit.
Good, because I need to go to the bathroom really bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So be back in, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, I actually forgot that Draconic was a language for lizard folk. I feel bad for not realizing that before.
It is the primary language. Whoa, Jesus.
Yeah.
Just like for some reason I thought they had like their own special language.
I have been trying to keep myself muted as much as possible because the coffee is bad.
Hmm.
Alright. Now I need to run to the bathroom really bad.
But I'll just retcon that that Nova already do that because I remember him rolling very high on the lizard folk roll, so it's like he would know.
Yeah, he would. Oh my god, my head is spinning right now.
So tonight, with the little butterfly comment and Jack getting sad, that was something like last session when I was like, oh, he's been talking about, referencing his family and then not getting sad about it. And in my mind, I was just like, he can get like sad about it during bedtime or something.
Yeah.
Like he's going to bed all like depressed and shit.
I'm turning on my air conditioner. If anybody could just remind me to turn it off before we jump back into the game, that'd be great. Ugh.
Okay.
It gets toasty here. I hate it. I'm tired and I'm hungry and I'm sweaty. I hate it.
At least you have the water to keep you from dehydrating from all the sweating.
Yeah, true enough. True enough. Speaking of which, hydrate everybody.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Gatorade.
Water sucks. It really
It
sucks.
really, really sucks. The water sucks. It really, really sucks.
I did have something else planned for after the break, but I think we're just gonna do something brief and then end it for the night because I'm really not feeling well. Oh, by the way, Miyoko, are you here? Not yet.
Nap queen. I guess what would be the opposite of Yas queen? Like
No king? I don't know. Nay president? I mean that's fitting, right?
at least in this current political climate.
In this economy? I should put up the BRB screen just so people know we're on break if they're just joining in. Uh, whoa, Jesus.
Stay tuning.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We're back.
Sonic, there's just been a lot of talking. Nothing that was like really missed. Just kind of talking about the Battle of Bend, about Uznar perishing potentially perishing rather, a couple sessions ago. Ugh. Yeah, my stomach is just ugh. Sorry. Yeah, and some worrying new discoveries about the person that they fought in Bend. So that's the thing. That's kind of what's been going on.
Yeah, and Avne would have related about their dream at this point.
Okay.
What's the big deal about dreams with lots of fire? That's like every night.
Child, I wish I knew.
Every night I hear them screaming.
Oh, we're trees.
I don't know why it immediately came to mind was just la 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 Elmo's world.
La 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 Elmo's world.
I don't know why that just came to mind when you said that, but it did.
I don't either.
I guess it's just because maybe it's just like the contrast between like kind of like a similarly enthusiastic person, but then just like, oh yeah, my dreams always have fire in them. It's stranger when it's not.
I'm thinking of like that one meme of like a really deformed looking puppet of Elmo is standing in front of like some fire. Just like I
thought
am
of the
Lord of Fire.
Oh yeah, like when they're like holding their hands outstretched.
Yeah.
With their face. Yeah, that one.
yeah.
Ah.
Just my mind went to the Elmo.
Hail Satan!
The Elmo vine.
Hail Satan!
My mind just went straight to the Elmo vine that just cuts off and just hello darkness, my old friend. Yeah, you know the one.
See, no, I just thought of like the there's like a talking Elmo toy that somebody just set on fire, and it's just like talking while it's melting, and it's really freakish.
God.
It is a disturbing video to watch.
I bet. Jeez.
I forgot what time we started the break.
I assume it was just a couple minutes ago.
It's probably been about 8 minutes now. So I mean,
Not too bad.
yeah.
Doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Yeah.
No.
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 Anyway, Miyoko, are you back yet? Miyoko.
If you're muted, we can't hear you.
Miyoko-tan!
I guess she's not here.
No. What about Cheryl? Cheryl, are you here?
I'm here. I've just been muting because coughing.
Yes, good. Salix, you're here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
New D&D status consumption.
Oh,
Consume.
no.
No, not that consumption.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
We've played Red Dead. Some of us have anyway.
Okay, that makes more sense because I don't play it.
Well, I mean that's just like the nearest thought that I had of TB. Like,
Yeah, that's what they used to call tuberculosis before tuberculosis.
Got it.
Well, I mean it's been called tuberculosis forever, but people would always just have their own colloquial name for it. I have such a headache right now.
So I'm a little curious. When Jack mentioned his little butterfly, how many of you assumed he was talking about an actual butterfly?
I knew
'Cause
who you're
because
referring to.
I heard laughing, so I didn't know what everyone was thinking about.
Like the first thing that came to my mind was that song, "Come My Lady, Come Come My Lady, You're My Butterfly."
Yep.
Butterfly.
Oh, that
Yep.
oh,
Baby.
I did not even think about that.
Yep.
I forgot about that song.
That's
I didn't even think about
exactly
it
what
either.
came to my mind.
I'm back.
Stay, don't butterfly far away.
Oh, by the way, Miyoko, so take an inspiration point, DM inspiration point for the conversation with Avne earlier.
Thank you.
All right. Well, now that everybody's back,
Where's my inspiration? No, I'm kidding.
no cookie for you.
Oh.
No soup for you.
I get no cookies from the cookie jar.
Okay, so yeah, let me get back into the thing here. Yay. So everybody's having a meeting and just kind of like talking about stuff.
Yes.
And I did mention this to like whoever was actually in the call still, like during break. I'm really not feeling super great right now, and we're probably going to end this actually pretty soon. I've kind of run out of things to really talk about before going into something else I planned. But the other thing that I planned is going to take some time. So, is there anything that anybody wants to do with either the new characters that just, showed up or with other characters as far as interaction goes?
I mean, I got a thing before anyone else.
Okay, what's your thing?
I mean, unless someone else wanted to do something.
No, I don't think so.
So, actually, I had like one idea at least.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do Avne's first, and then Nova's shortly thereafter. Okay. So Avne, you had something you wanted to bring up?
Okay, just making sure out of above game. Well, the name Evenos would be like familiar to me, but I wouldn't be able to place it.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, just wanted to be sure about that. So, Avne, when they got time, would like to talk to Weira.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's just kind of socializing. In fact, Grumcha has gone off to her room, and so is Kajoa. So they're off sleeping.
Cool beans. Alright, so approach Weira.
Okay. Oh, hi, Daphne.
Hello, Weira. May I have a moment of your time?
Of course.
And they'll just sit down. Ooh. So the name Evenos of your family is very familiar to me, but I can't not place it. Could you tell me about your family?
Oh, probably know it from my dad. Yeah. Windsummer Evenus. It's a bard like me, except much more well known.
Mm-hmm. I recall my superior talking about him. Yes.
Yes. He's
What
been. Let's see. He's been a bard for. I don't know. Pushing on 50, 60 years now.
It's quite impressive.
Yeah. He's a half elf, so he lives. Doesn't look his age, not compared to, say,
Yes,
a
yes.
human or an orc like my family. Or my mom's family.
Yes, of course. So, D, what would I know about Windsummer?
Roll a knowledge history with advantage.
Sweet. 14.
Okay, so what you know about him is that he's composed many songs that a lot of bards like to cover, and some people who aren't bards but are just standard musicians, and even those that aren't actually musicians, just maybe some dude at some college just hanging out on like the quad with a guitar, just kind of singing.
Karaoke.
Yeah, sure. That's the thing that exists.
The old air karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
You do recall that shit, why am I forgetting his name?
Which one? I'll tell you.
Stewer.
Yes. Yes.
You do recall that Stewer would sing a few of his songs like on stage, and like when you guys are doing like your traveling performer type thing. So you are vaguely familiar with it now that the pieces have kind of fallen into place.
Cool beans. All right. So I'll just, when I was on the road in my young years, my father used to play some of your father. Perhaps you know him?
Let's definitely get around. He's I can only dream of the day that I have his talents.
Well, I'm sure you will. If you're anything like your father.
I try to be. Despite the fact that, we don't exactly look much alike.
Well, me and my father don't look exactly alike either.
I don't know, are you a foot taller than your dad?
Was I? God!
He was around your height. You were around the same height.
Alright,
Towards the end.
Towards the end. Alright, yeah. Well, we seem to have matched heights in my years. His years, rather.
I certainly, at least in looks, take after my mother.
That's quite alright.
Yeah, my mother's beautiful.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure your parents were very lovely.
Oh, they are. I don't know, maybe we'll run into my dad traveling. He gets around.
I sure hope so. Maybe he knows about my father.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Okay. All right. So Nova, what was it that you wanted to do?
It's like honestly, like Nova remembered that, like just because like Miyoko's just been, Forrest has been MIA for a lot of the time, that he hasn't been able to like show Senpai all his progress. It's like so he kind of like wanders over to Miyoko's door and like knocks on it.
Whose door?
Forrest. You know what? It's like I think it's just because
I
like,
am Forrest. Yes.
that he knocks on Forrest's door. It would be weird if I knocked on Miyoko's door.
Just
Come on,
you
knock on
say
the
that
door.
and just knocking at my door like, we got some My Dad Works for Nintendo shit going on in here. Okay. Go up to the door. Forrest would open it just a tiny bit, see Nova, open it more and look around the hallway to see whether or not Mac was there. Upon seeing that Mac is not, she visibly relaxes and says, "Yes, Nova?
I'm sorry. Am I disturbing you?
No, no, please, come inside." And
That's,
once again, she looks like shit.
What? Have you not been? Have you not been resting?
I have
It's like
been
you're in your room a lot.
I have been trying not to. But how can I help you, Nova?
Oh, it's and like he pulls out. He actually like pulls out his spell book, and shows it to Forrest. I've been making a lot of progress in my studies.
Indeed. Forrest reaches out and says, if I may.
Oh, sure.
She'll take the spell book and look through it. And as she's doing that, like, one hand is holding the book by the spine. The other hand will flip through it, and every so often she'll like stop on a page, and her free hand will like sink down to the book that's attached to her sash, and just kind of almost pat it like, okay, it's still there, and then come back up and flip the page again, and finally she smiles and hands the spell book back and says, "Indeed, it does seem as though you've made a great deal of progress."
But, did he notice? Did he notice Forrest like looking toward that book, or?
Not looking towards her. Like her eyes would always be on your spell book, but her hand just it is definitely not something she is hiding. It is almost like a nervous tick.
It's like you seem very tense.
I have, as you noted, I have not slept for a while.
Do you need help with that?
No. She seems just a tiny bit more forceful with that one, and she says, "No, please do not."
Oh, okay. And his hair kind of like droops down.
I prefer to not be sleeping right now. I have something of my own study that I have been doing while trying to keep awake. But
What sort of study?
and her hand goes to the book on her sash again, as she kind of like seems to be thinking about what she wants to say, and she says, I had a book of my own that I found, and there have been some additions to it. and I have been studying these editions.
Additions?
Indeed.
How do you mean?
Well, there are things in the book that were not there before.
He kind of
But-
like cocks his head at that.
And I apologize, but that is all I can say on the matter at the moment.
Okay, I think I understand.
Thank you. And I appreciate your concern. It is good that people were worried. But it is good to see the progress that you have made in your own studies, Nova. I am glad to see that yours are a little more lighthearted than mine, as well as seemingly very much more enlightening.
Enlightening?
Well, you have certainly learned a great deal. I'm afraid my studies, I have learned some things that I already knew, and more things I did not wish.
Oh. And like taking note of her earlier hesitation, he wouldn't pry on that last bit.
Yeah, you wouldn't even need an insight check for this. You get the feeling that like she has said too much, but it just kind of slipped out because of just how tired she must be.
Well, if you need anything, like maybe another thing to study, I learned a great deal about this library, so I can probably find something if you need something to read to help you not to sleep.
Well, certainly, I think that there are definitely some things we can trade notes on. And she actually pulls out a different book. No, sorry, it's not a different book from the way the thing describes it. She actually does pull up the book.
I'm sorry. Could you like I'm cutting out on my end. Sorry.
Okay, no, I was correcting myself. She pulls up the book that is on her chain and actually opens it and flips very many pages in the book. And she says, along with some of the other things in this book, there do appear to be some magic in it. A few spells that were written down, and I believe I could add more to this, and I would be happy to trade notes with you. And while keeping a hold of the book, she holds it out and shows you what looks to be a couple of ritual spells.
Oh, I did not realize that that warlocks could learn these sorts of things.
I have absolutely no idea how these powers work, but it seems as though I can.
But if you ever want to study that, I know a few spells myself of the ritual sort.
I appreciate it. As I said, definitely I would like to trade notes with you sometime.
We can be study buddies.
I would like that. That would be good.
Yeah.
Eyes sparkling.
Anime sparkle, anime sparkles.
Tired anime sparkle, tired anime sparkle.
Big anime eyes.
But yeah, like and like yeah, noticing this, it's like, well, I will let you. I will let you do what you need to do. So, I won't disturb you any further.
Thank you. Do not, do not. Oh, excuse me. Do not feel bad. I appreciate. Oh, God damn it, hiccups. I appreciate the.
That
I
feel.
appreciate the distraction. It is appreciated.
Right, Nova nods and just as he is leaving out the door, he gives Forrest a hug.
Forrest will return it.
So, whatever it is, I hope that things will improve. Okay.
I hope so as well. One day at least. Stay out of trouble, or at least don't get into trouble without me.
Certainly. He nods and like wanders back over to the library.
And she'll just
And
quietly close the door.
And with that, I think we've hit a good spot to end the session. So great job, gang. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm gonna see if I can find
Yay!
somebody worth rating. Nobody on my following list is on, but let's see who I got.
I can look
If
on my own.
I could suggest somebody.
Go ahead.
Let me send the name to you over Discord. But it is Silent Kitten, a person I met through my own streaming,
Okay.
and she seems pretty cool. She seems to be a mute gamer,
Hmm.
and she's currently playing PlanetSide 2 with a bunch of friends and telling great stories about how she doesn't trust pilots of certain air vehicles because they fell asleep and crashed
Oh Jesus.
and killed an entire squad of her soldiers.
Oh no. You said you were sending the username over, or
Yes, I. Nope, wrong. Send it to the wrong person.
oopsie.
Hold on. I sent it to Silent Kitten.
Whoops.
Wow. All right then.
Oh,
Like,
no.
hey, Silent Kitten, did you know about yourself?
Here's your name.
Are they playing Planet Side right now? Planet Side
Yes,
2?
PlanetSide 2.
Okay, I think I found them. So yeah, let's go say hello to Silent Kitten.
Yeah.
Cool beans.